Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Dr. Misty here. And today I'd like to talk to you about 3 great supplements that you can add to your daily regime to help fight and crush chronic pain. These work beautifully for a lot of my patients I have in my practice that have things like arthritis, pain in their hands from arthritis, low back pain, neck pain, really systemic pain. So if you want to get rid of some chronic pain, please listen up because these are great things that you can add to your diet. Number one, the biggest one is an inflammation fighter, and it's called turmeric. If you can get turmeric and boswellia together, these both are amazing at reducing inflammation in your body. So inflammation is one thing that drives, its underlying driver of pain. Okay, so cellularly, if we are looking at what causes chronic pain, it's pain is actually a perception, right? So we want to look at what's driving the underlying pain. And systemically and typically it is inflammation. So these are the supplements that are going to really help hone in on that inflammation and try and drive that down in your body. Okay, so turmeric and boswellia. Now I use a great product called Inflavanoid by Betnegetics with my patients. That works very well. It can work in a couple of days. I've seen it work very, very quickly. And it works even better than an ibuprofen or an aspirin, things like that, because that can sometimes cause some gut destruction, especially if you're using ibuprofen on a daily basis. But more importantly, Tylenol can cause more liver and reduction of our body's major antioxidant that's produced in our liver. So that can actually disrupt that. So these are things that are going to enhance the anti-inflammatory pathways in your body naturally and not cause any destruction or have those types of side effects. Okay. So the second thing that I would recommend is taking fish oils. Fish oils on a daily basis. Now, this is something that people typically tend to take wrong. So I'm going to have you listen up here for a minute in case you want to, or you already are taking fish oils. The proper way that you want to take fish oils, you want to make sure you're taking at least 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams a day. Okay. You want fish oils that are coming from fish that are not farm raised. So you want a supplement that's great with has a GMP certified stamp on it, so that you know that the fish are not farm raised, because that can bring on high levels of mercury and toxins in the actual fish oils. So those are something that you really want to be careful of. Fish oils are very, you got to be very particular about. The other thing is that in the fish oils, there's two big things you want to be looking for. Okay, when you buy a fish oil supplement, you need to look at the EPA and the DHA. Okay, I'm not going to say what those mean because they're huge names. It's eicosapentaenoic acid and docosapentaenoic acid. Okay, they're amino acids that help with the reduction of the inflammation in your body. So you want to have about 3,000 to 4,000 milligrams of that per day in order to get an anti-inflammatory effect in your body. Now, why fish oils are so beneficial is because they promote those anti-inflammatory pathways. But in order to promote those pathways, your body needs enough of them. Okay, so taking just one capsule a day isn't going to be as beneficial. Okay, your body, what it does is that there's something called an enzyme, which is a helper in a biochemical process. So you have two things, omega-3 and omega-6. And omega-6 is pro-inflammatory and omega-3 is anti-inflammatory. And so if your omega-6 ratio is a lot bigger than your omega-3, that they compete for the same enzyme. And what they do is if you're taking in a high level of omega-6s, it's going to uptake that enzyme and say, okay, we're going to go more pro-inflammatory. Okay, so it's not just enough to get omega-3s in your diet, it's how much you're getting. Okay, so reducing omega-6s in your diet, things like potato chips, red meat, processed foods, and amping up things that are more omega-3. So walnuts, almonds, certain types of oils, extra virgin olive oil is going to be helpful. Things more of that nature. Wild salmon is a great great product with a lot of omega-3s in it. Especially, it's got to be wild though, not farm raised. So keeping your omega-3 to omega-6 ratio is important. It should be about 4 to 1. Okay. You don't have to necessarily worry about that. Just make sure if you're taking fish oil that it has both EPA and DHA in it that equals 700. That number together equals 800. I'm sorry, and that you're taking, if it's 1,000 milligram capsules, you're taking 3 to 4 of those to get that ratio up. Okay. And the last thing is a product that's really great that I love using with my patients. It's called ArthroSoothe. Now, it is made up of, it has the turmeric in it. It has the 3 joint compounds that help with joint repair, glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate with MSM. It's important to have all those 3 together. But it also has a really awesome supplement in it called hyaluronic acid, which is the lubrication of the joints. And so that's really, really, really helpful with patients with arthritis. And systemic arthritis, typically more on the osteoarthritis versus the pain from rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis. You're going to find that different supplement more beneficial, but more on the lungs of osteoarthritis. That's going to be more helpful. So the hyaluronic acid is found in the ArthroSoothe, and this is actually what they inject people with if you have knee injections. This is a newer thing, knee and joint injections to help with reduction of pain from arthritis. So this supplement has that in it, and as well as the glucosamine and chondroitin and MSM compound, as well as the turmeric for anti-inflammatory. So that's like a powerhouse supplement that I use with people for chronic pain. So if you guys would like any more information on those types of supplements, I'm happy to give it to you. I'll post up a link below that is a dispensary that I use with my patients specifically, and you have to be invited to it. So that's why I'm going to post the link for you below if you're watching today. And you can get those supplements on there. The quality of supplements is really, really, really important. And this is something that I hear from patients all the time. They're not really sure where to look for supplements. They're not sure what's a good quality supplement, if the supplement's going to work. And so hands down, there are certain things that I look for in the supplements that I use. One of them, one big one, is a quality certification stamp, which is called a GMP certification. This means that the product is tested in 3 different labs, so in their own lab, and then sent out to 2 other labs to make sure that what's in the product is truly what's in the product. So you're not just buying fillers and sand and whatever else is put in some of the generic stuff out there, or some of the supplements out there that are unregulated, because the FDA does not regulate supplements. So you need something, either the company himself showing proof and regulation. Metagenics is a really great company because they work more on the lines of nutritional healing through epigenetics and gene expression, which is kind of right up my alley with functional medicine. So they've been around for a while. I really love their company. The other one I use is Designs for Health, and that's the other one that has a GMP certification. That's what the ArthroSoothe is. The other thing I like about the supplements that I'm using with the dispensary is the time in the warehouse. I'm giving you guys a little bit of education on how to buy supplements too, because it can be really confusing. You want something that has limited transit times and how many places that it's been. Okay, so you want something that's not transferred from warehouse to store to, you want something that's, coming either directly from the warehouse to you, or from the warehouse to a really good quality environment warehouse, and that gets shipped to patients. So that's something that I really look for as well. And it's something, especially with fish oils, that you want to look out for, because the fish oils, if they're exposed to certain heat and certain lights, the oil can rancidify. So there's just those little teeny things that can make the quality of the supplement that you're taking not so great. So I'll go ahead and post that link below for any of you guys who want to do a little bit more research about those. But these are supplements that I use daily with a multitude of my patients that work very, very well for chronic pain and inflammation. So I hope that helps you. I hope that gives you a little bit more insight on how, supplements really can benefit your health, and where your body is lacking, they can help pick up, even if it's a short amount of time. So thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you again on the next one.